Choosing me as a scapegoat for his $20,000 fraud was the last mistake my boss ever made. Most people think being an executive assistant is just about scheduling meetings, but as an EA for a vice president, I knew that the real job was managing the paper trail. Marcus thought he was the smartest person in the room, but he didn't realize I had been building his coffin since my first day on the job. Marcus was a legacy hire with a VP title and a lifestyle he couldn't afford. He wore $3,000 Armani suits and took weekend trips to Vegas that he definitely wasn't paying for with his salary. One Monday morning, he handed me the company American Express and told me he had lost a receipt for a client dinner on Saturday night. It was a $5,000 charge at a high-end Vegas nightclub. He told me to file it as client entertainment and development costs. When I asked for an itemized list of attendees, he snapped. He told me that he was the vice president, and if I didn't do exactly what he said, I'd be escorted out of the building by Friday. I didn't argue. I filed the expense exactly as he asked, but I didn't stop there. Because our firm is publicly traded and subject to strict forensic audits, I had already set up a custom alert system within our accounting software. I created a rule that any transaction over $1,000 without a digital receipt was automatically flagged and forwarded to the CFO's private dashboard. Marcus thought he was ordering me to hide his tracks, but every time I obeyed him, I was actually feeding a digital trap that he couldn't escape. Over the next 3 months, his charges got even bolder. He started charging online betting sites, luxury jewelry for his girlfriend, and even direct cash advances. The total fraud hit $20,000. Then, the inevitable happened. The internal audit team noticed a pattern. Marcus panicked. He called me into his office, sweating through his expensive shirt, and slid a legal affidavit across the desk. He told me to sign a statement saying I had accidentally used the wrong card for my own personal expenses, and that I was prepared to pay the company back. He even offered me a $10,000 cash bonus under the table if I just took the fall. He was trying to frame me for embezzlement. If I signed that paper, I wasn't just losing my job, I was going to federal prison. I looked him dead in the eye and told him I couldn't sign it. When he started screaming and threatening to blackball me from the industry, I just looked at the clock. At exactly 10 a.m., the door opened, and 2 FBI agents walked in alongside our chief financial officer. Because the fraud involved interstate wire transfers, it was no longer just an office matter, it was a federal crime. Marcus was escorted out in handcuffs in front of the entire office. He was charged with grand larceny and wire fraud, and the company clawed back his entire stock portfolio to pay off the debt. I was given his old office and a promotion to operations manager for saving the company from a massive legal disaster. Watching Marcus trade his designer suits for an orange jumpsuit was the most satisfying career advancement I've ever had, and it all happened because he was